Welcome to the channel, Mo Said Fitness Coaching. Great to have you on. So this is gonna be a long form video, sort of podcast, sort of style video where I'm gonna talk and discuss some things that could hopefully be of benefit to you. Now, if you have a short attention span, then here's your warning. Yeah. Regardless, let's get into it. So, what am I gonna talk about today? Today, I am going to talk about how you can increase your energy levels, how you can elevate your mood, which in turn will increase your productivity as an entrepreneur, as a working professional who's working long hours in the city. So, I work as a fitness coach. I'm an online fitness coach. I've been doing that for a few years now. And I help entrepreneurs and working professionals lose weight and achieve a lean body within 3 to 6 months. And I do that by showing them how they can create the right structure and system into their day to get the result that they want despite their busy lifestyle. I've helped many entrepreneurs achieve transformations. I have also achieved the transformation myself before becoming a fitness coach. I used to work in the city. I was working long hours. I was working 9 to 7 every day. And, I went through the same problems that many entrepreneurs and working professionals face right now, which is lethargy, a lot of crashes in energy, feeling fatigued once it hits 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I went through that a lot. And I have to say, I still go through that sometimes. I still work very long hours. I have many things I need to do as a fitness coach, help my clients. I get on consultation calls. I have to periodize training programs. I have to write out nutrition plans. So I work long hours, I'm always thinking of ways that I can optimize my energy levels, optimize my performance, and elevate my mood to a point where I can execute everything correctly. So this video will be discussing these things. How can you achieve all of that? Well, first of all, before I share the tips, let me tell you why many entrepreneurs and working professionals get to a state where they feel like they're in low energy levels and they feel like they get crashes in the middle of the day and they're not able to perform at their highest. So, I'm focused on reasons that you can control. Now, if you're stressed or if there can be many factors that affect that are out of my control. But within the realm that I know, which is the fitness world and the exercise and the nutrition world, I know for a fact that if your nutrition is not on point, if your nutrition is, if the fuel that you use to energize yourself and to keep your body running, if you're not using the right fuel, then you will experience the energy crashes. You will feel lethargic. You will not have sufficient energy to be productive, and you will not be able to perform at your best. Yeah, if your fuel is not on point, you'll not be able to do that, And of course, if you don't improve your engine, if you don't strengthen your engine, if you're not doing some form of training, some form of exercise to strengthen yourself, then you're also going to experience that. So these are the two main problems I see when many entrepreneurs and working professionals come to me and ask for help. These are usually the two main issues. The nutrition is not on point. The fuel they're putting in their body is not on point. And they're not powering their engine. Yeah. They're not training. They're not exercising. They're not doing these things. They're not doing the right maintenance for their body. And if you're not maintaining your body, eventually you'll break down. These are the two main issues. And being consistent with it. I'm sure everyone has exercised. I'm sure everyone has followed a healthy diet or a good diet for a week or two or a month. But they don't they don't stay consistent with it. They don't stick to the process. They do it for a bit and then they quit. So that's also another issue. That's also another problem, but that's for another video. I'm going to talk here specifically, I'm going to talk about tips. I'm just going to give you tips on what you can do, what you can implement into your day that'll help you and that will give you some boost that can help you actually elevate your mood, elevate your energy level, so on and so forth. Yeah? So, what are the tips? Okay. Now, regardless of these tips, let me just say that these tips that I'm about to share with you are tips that I have used that have worked great for me and they've worked for many of my clients. But I have to let you know, if your nutrition is not on point, if the fuel that you're putting in your body is not premium, it's not the best type of fuel, and if you're not maintaining your body, if you're not exercising, if you're not working out, these tips are not going to work. Yeah? Your nutrition, your training needs to be on point. Then the tips, adding on the tips can elevate and give you an extra boost. So you have to bear that in mind. Yeah. This is very, very, these tips are not going to solve your problem. These tips are going to provide some form of remedy. But to solve the problem and to actually feel like you want to operate at a higher level, then the underlying factor that you need to fix is your nutrition, number one. And number two, be consistent with your exercise. Let's start with that, actually. Let's start with the nutrition. Let's start with the exercise. Then I'll get into the tips that you can add on. So, nutrition, number one. You need to fix your nutrition. Yeah? Takeaways, these Tesco sandwiches, 3 pound meal deal. That's not premium nutrition. Yeah? That's not good nutrition. Waking up in the morning and just having coffee, skipping breakfast. All that, you're doing a disservice for yourself. Yeah? Look, as an entrepreneur, as a working professional, I'm not talking about athletes. I'm not talking about guys who go to the gym and are trying to hit, personal bests at every workout. I'm talking specifically to entrepreneurs and working professionals. People who need to go to work, who need to be sharp, who need to be switched on, who need to have a certain level of professionalism, who need to the go-getters, yeah? The go-getters. The people who need to go to work and they need to perform at a high level and they need to achieve and they need to accomplish and they need to execute. Talking to those people. Yeah, your food, your fuel needs to be premium. It needs to be the best. And what you have to focus on is your sugar levels. You don't want your sugar levels to be up and down, spiking up one time, going down the other. You don't want to do it. You want your energy and your sugar levels to be the same, to be constant. Yeah, you gotta bear in mind you're working long hours. Yeah, some of you, I know, some of my clients, they're in there, especially if you have your own business. Some of my clients are up in the morning at 6 o'clock, and they get back home at 7, 8 p.m. That's 12 hours of work on commuting and meeting people and doing things. Yeah, so you don't want to experience crashes. You don't want your energy to be really high one time and really low. You want your energy to be constant. You're in a marathon. You're doing this over a long period of time. So you need your energy. You need to make sure that your energy levels are constant throughout. Now, how can you do that? Number one, nutrition. Yeah. And the first tip I can give you with your nutrition is don't skip breakfast. Don't skip breakfast. Look, if you're intermittent fasting and you have your first meal around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, that's fine. But essentially, that's your breakfast. Your 12 to 1 p.m. is your breakfast. Yeah. What I mean is don't skip breakfast. Don't go straight to lunch. Don't wake up in the morning and just have coffee and then not eat anything until 4 or 5 p.m. when it's lunchtime. Don't do that. That's a horrible. You're doing yourself a disservice, And by you not actually putting food in your body, by you not fueling your body properly, you'll experience a huge crash by the time it gets to 4, 5 o'clock. And then when you eat, you're probably gonna eat a lot of food because you haven't eaten all day. Your insulin level is gonna spike up, and then you're just gonna feel lethargic, and you're not gonna have the energy to get back to work and to execute and to be at that sharpness. So don't skip breakfast. Number one, have your breakfast is the most important. Your first meal is the most important meal. It's the meal that will set your day up. Yeah, it will set your day up for your success. It will set your day up for what you're about to do. You know, it will get the ball rolling. It will get the momentum starting. Yeah, it's all about momentum. It's all about building upon momentum. And you want to start with the right momentum. You want to make sure that what you start with is the right fuel, the best fuel you can have. Now, what is the best fuel you can have? A lot of people, what they used to eat, what they usually eat, that's what I used to eat for a long time: cereal or oatmeal or fruit and yogurt and all of that. You know, bread, cheese, and that's not the best. I'll be honest with you. As for an entrepreneur and a working professional, that's not the best. From my experience, I've been doing this for many years. You know, I've been training for many years. I've helped dozens of people. I can tell you this is not the most effective and the most efficient way. What is the most efficient way? You want food for the brain. You want food that will switch on your brain. You know, that will have. You basically want food that will give your neurotransmitters the switch to be able to help you to start your day right. Yeah. So your first meal is supposed to be the meal for your brain. Yeah. So that it sets you up in the right way and you're able to actually go and work for long hours and not think about food too much and not have the cravings and not have these feelings of, oh, I want to. No. You want the food to just switch you on and then start your day in a strong way. And what's the best way to do that? Steak and eggs. Believe it or not. I know this may sound crazy, but it's steak and eggs. Meat, fish, eggs, and nuts. Yeah. So what these all have in common is an amino acid called tyrosine. And tyrosine is directly responsible for the release and the production of dopamine. And that's what you want. Yeah. Dopamine is also released when you drink coffee. Dopamine is also it's a very, very important neurotransmitter in your brain that gives you that feeling of a boost, that feeling of achievement, that feeling of wanting to go for it. You know, so it's very, very important that you kind of switch on the right chemicals in your brain so that you're able to actually go ahead and execute throughout your whole day and not get an energy crash. That's also very, very important. Yeah. So steak and nuts. This is something I've tried. You know, I can testify regardless of the science. There is some science out there, and I can link some of the articles in the show notes. You know, there's this article called "The Effects of Nutrients on Neurotransmitter Release." And in essence, what this article talks about is the effect of tyrosine, which is an amino acid that exists in many red meat. It's in high concentration in red meat and fish, and in nuts as well. And what this amino acid, it produces dopamine and it produces acetylcholine. And dopamine acetylcholine switches your brain on. Yeah, it's like drinking coffee, you know, but from food. So, and the best part about this is having, you know, meat and nuts in the morning and for lunch or throughout your working hours. You're not going to experience any crushes in energy. Your energy is going to be constant the whole time. Your blood sugar levels is not going to be up and down. Like, think about this. If you wake up in the morning and you eat a lot of oatmeal or you eat a lot of very carby food, fruits, which we usually eat, what it does is it spikes your energy, you spikes your sugar levels, right? To digest the food so that your body can absorb it. But with meat, when you eat meat or when you eat healthy fats, not so much. Yeah, your energy levels are constant throughout, and that's what you want. That's what you really, really want. And honestly, you'll see the result with that instantly. This is not something that you have to do over a month period of time to see the results. This will be instant. Try it. Wake up in the morning, have some steaks, have some healthy fats, nuts, avocado, coconut oil, whatever. Yeah, some protein and some healthy fats. That's essentially it. Some good quality protein, good quality healthy fats. Combine them, and then when it's time for the second meal, lunch, have the same thing. Yeah, some protein and some healthy nuts, and you'll see for yourself on the first day, you'll feel energetic, you'll feel sharp throughout. You're not gonna feel low in energy. You're not gonna feel tired. You may feel fatigued from working long hours, but that's natural. That's normal. But you're not gonna feel that crush of energy that comes after having a meal, a big meal, especially after lunch. Yeah. So that's the first thing. Don't skip breakfast and try it. Try have some protein and some nuts for breakfast. And then for dinner, you can have whatever you want. For dinner, you can have your carbs, you can have your vegetables, you can have your grains, you can have a little, a little treat if you like, some chocolate, whatever you're into. That can be fine. And, when you have carbs and when you have chocolate, that usually releases serotonin, which is usually the chemical that relaxes your body and relaxes your brain. And then, in the evening, you can get relaxed, you can go to sleep after that. Yeah. But you don't want to get that feeling of serotonin in the morning, first thing in the morning when you're about to go to work. No, you want your brain to be switched on. So that's the first thing you can implement. Yeah, look, it sounds weird. And I'm not saying you know, this is the best way. And I'm not saying other ways are wrong. No, look, I don't think a lot of people in this world eat steak and nuts for breakfast. I don't think a lot of people do that. Most people have normal breakfast and they still have great energy levels. But I'm talking about people specifically who are having this problem of they actually don't have sufficient energy levels throughout the day and they're feeling lethargic and they're getting crashes. I'm talking specifically to someone to you who if you're going through that. One way you can handle that is by switching your diet and starting to eat, start eating protein and nuts and healthy fats in the morning, and you'll see instant results with that. Yeah, try it for yourself and you'll see. Now, what if you're a vegan or a vegan, as Charles Poliquin says? What if you're a vegan? Yeah, if you're a vegan, then you just have to supplement. You continue eating what you eat, just supplement. Yeah, take some supplements like lysine. You can take supplements, tyrosine. They are in plants, but they're not in high concentration. You can get these amino acids from beans, from chickpeas, also hemp seeds and flax seeds. They all contain tyrosine and lysine, but yeah, they're not in as much concentration as in red meat. Some meat alternatives, but then again, it's not the same quality and it's also not the same quantity. So, but you can supplement. Yeah, you can have the healthy fats, which you can eat avocado. You can actually have a bigger portion of nuts. So you can have some avocado, some healthy nuts, some walnuts, peanuts, cashew is great source of protein as well. You can have some flaxseed oil, some hemp seed. You can have also some non-dairy yogurt. These are good as well. Or if you're a vegetarian, you can have yogurt, or you can have eggs. And then you can supplement. Yeah, supplements with some lysine, some tyrosine, some acetylcholine as well. You can take these pills in the morning, and then it'll give you the same result. So that's if you're a vegan or plant-based or a vegetarian. Okay, so that's with regards to your nutrition. Second thing, training. Yeah, you need to start training. Yeah, if you're not training consistently, then you definitely need to start training. How can you start doing that? Simple. You commit for 1 month. You write it down on a sheet of paper. I have a sheet of paper right here, and I write down my rules for the month. Yeah, every month I set out a few rules for myself with regards to my health and fitness, and these are sort of like my guidelines, my non-negotiables. I have to do these things every single, every day or whatever the rule is, but I have to do these for the whole month. You need to set a non-negotiable for yourself as well. A non-negotiable, a guideline. Yeah, this month I am going to exercise 3 times a week, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. That's a non-negotiable. That's not something you think about. That's not something you have to consider. You just do it. Yeah. And you have to commit to it. And it's very, very important you set it up for a month, because you have to get the understanding how it feels like to do something over the long term, the short long term. Yeah. There's no point of you committing to something for 1 week. Commit to it for a month, and then slowly you can build up into it. Then when you start seeing results, when you start seeing the effects, you're gonna actually enjoy it even more. You're gonna like it even more. But commit to training. Now, if you're already training and you're feeling fatigued, that means you're probably not training properly. You need to train properly. Yeah. If you're training properly, if you're going to the gym and you're training at the right intensity, with the right volume, with the right frequency, you should always be feeling energized. Like right now, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I've been working. I've been in this office, no word of a lie, since 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 9 o'clock p.m. Yeah, close to 12 hours I've been working. And I've been really working. Yeah, none of that Facebook and Instagram. No, I've been creating content. I've been talking to clients. I've been talking to potential clients. I've been working. And now it's 9 o'clock and I'm recording this. And look, I'm fatigued. But I'm able to do it because my energy levels are high, the meat and nuts. And because I exercised in the morning and I exercised properly. So my energy, my body is revitalized. My body is switched on. Yeah. So, and you get that compounding effect over months, and then over days, over months, over years. You get that compounding effect, and you just start getting stronger. Your mind starts getting stronger. Your body becomes stronger. Literally, it becomes stronger, but also it will be able to withstand more. Yeah, so that's important. Training. Yeah, so if you're already training and you feel tired, that means you're not training properly. Start training properly. Work with a coach. Hire a personal trainer. Get a professional by your side. It's it's vital. It's important. Yeah, well, I'm in the gym almost every day, and I see so many people wasting their time in the gym. Wasting their time. It's better if you don't. We should ban these people. The ones that are texting and messaging and on the calls and talking to people, you should not be on the phone in the gym. You should not be talking on the phone in the gym. You should not be having a phone call. Look, if you're doing cardio and you're just okay, calm, that's fine. Don't ban these people. But if you're in the weight, if you're lifting weights, don't have your phone with you. Yeah. And these people, when you ask them, do you train? They tell you, yeah, well, I train 4 or 5 times a week. I train hard. I'm doing my thing, but they're not training hard. They're not training intensely. Yeah. So how do you overcome that? Look, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You just need a professional by your side. Yeah. You need to have someone there who can show you how to do things properly. So you may need to invest in a coach and invest in a personal trainer. Yeah. So that's if you're intermediate. If you're a beginner, stick to the basics. Yeah. Don't try to do that fancy stuff you see on Instagram, or the fancy things you see some personal trainers do with the bands and dumbbells, standing on dumbbells, squats you squat while standing on a dumbbell, or all that funny stuff. Stick to the basics. Don't waste your time. You're wasting your time. Yeah. Stick to what has worked over the years. Like weight training, weightlifting, gym training. This has been going on since the 40s. Yeah, there are books that have been written since the 40s. And these stuff has been, and all the things that we have with regards to weight training from the 40s are still the same things that are being used today, which means they work. So don't try to change it. This, you're wasting your time. Yeah, you're essentially, your goal is to get into the gym and get the result that you want. Maximize your time there and be efficient and get out. The answer is already there. Just stick to the simple method. Stick to the basic movements, the big five, the squat, the deadlift, the bench press, the shoulder press, and rows. Simple. Master these 5 movements. Yeah. Now, you can add in some accessories, the bicep curl, the tricep extension, the push down, tricep push down. Add in some accessories if you like, but that's it. You don't need to go and kill yourself and periodize and go create this perfect program for yourself on how you're going to increase the weight every single session by 5 pounds. You don't need to worry about that. You just got to go to the gym. You just got to work out. That's it. You want something useful that you can do? Check out German volume training. Yeah, German volume training. Created, mainstreamed by the famous late Charles Poliquin, rest in peace. He has a lot of articles on German volume training. Go and check it out. It's very, very simple. Yeah, and it has a great beginner program. And just on the internet, you just go online and you'll find it. Yeah, just go write German volume training. You'll probably see Charles Poliquin, Strength Sensei, one of the first links. Press on it and just read it. If not, there's so many articles on German volume training. Sorry. Just read the article. It's such a great basic, and it's actually made for beginners. And weightlifters use it. This is the preferred method for many weightlifters. So although this is very basic, professionals, elite athletes use this and they get results. So you have no excuse. If you do it right, you will get results as well. It's very simple. So the beginner program that you'll see is you'll train 3 times a week. First, so the exercise, the workout is you pick 2 compound movements from the 5 that I mentioned. Pick 2 exercises. Let's say rows and deadlifts. You do 10 sets of 10 reps on each of one of these. 10 sets, 10 reps deadlift, 10 sets, 10 reps rows. Yeah. And then you can pick 2 accessories, bicep curl, let's say, and chin-ups, for example. And you can do 3 sets of 10 reps. Yeah. Oh, chin-ups or pull-ups is also one of the main lifts. Yeah. So the 5 that I mentioned, and then chin-ups is also one you can add into the compound movement. And that's it. On the second day, pick the squat, pick the bench press. Do 10 sets of 10 reps on that, and then pick up 2 accessories. Third day, pick whatever, yeah? And so on. You get the gist of it. Yeah, so it's very, very simple. Just, that's all you have to do. That's how I started, by the way. I started with the German volume training back when I was 18 years old. This was a long time ago. Yeah. When I was 18 years old, that's how I actually started. I found out about the German volume training, and I did it for years, and I got great results. I got amazing results. And you can even progress. It gets to an intermediate, and then it gets to an advanced as well. There's so much you can do, so this is not just confined for beginners, but it's a great way for beginners to start, and I recommend it for many of my clients, and many of my clients get great results with it as well. Yeah. Try it for a few months, and look, if you then from then on you can progress, and you can start adding in more exercises. But that enough will get you results. Just doing that. 2 compound exercises, 2 accessories. Stick to that. 2 to 3 months, you will get results. That is it. Stick to the basic. Screw leave the band work, leave all that bullshit. Excuse my language, and just stick to the stuff that works and that's been working for years. They've been using this since the 50s. Yeah. They've been using this since actually before the 50s. Yeah, they've been using this method for a long time, and it's been working for a long time. So there's no reason for it not to work with you. And that's it. Yeah, like I said, this was gonna be a little long form video. I wanted to provide you with a bit more value and give you some ideas, some things you can actually implement that will help you start. And yeah, that's it. Nutrition. Don't skip breakfast. Make sure half the day will be protein and nuts. And then start training, weightlifting. Start getting stronger and start strengthening your mind. Switch on your brain and just execute that and write it in your non-negotiables. Get a list. Write non-negotiables. Write the 2 things you're gonna stick to for a month, and just execute that. And that's it. It's very simple. Now I hope this has been insightful. I hope this has been helpful. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a working professional, and you want to achieve the transformation, yeah, you did this for a month, and you're like, you know what? I think I want to commit to this, and I want to make a transformation, and I want to get my body to a level I haven't been before, or I want to achieve the body that I really want. Then look, I have a website, mosaidfitnesscoaching.com. You can go up there, you can check it out. There you can book your free consulting call. I mean, like I said, look, although this is 30 minutes, there's only so much I can say here. Yeah, I promise you, this is the tip of the iceberg. Why everything I said right here, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, like this will just get your foot in the door. For you to actually get the transformation that you want, I'm gonna have to talk with you. I cannot talk at you. Because sit down with you, and I have to know exactly, ask you questions, know your situation, get to know each other, and then I can give you individualized advice and tell you exactly, given your situation, given your problems, given your goals, this is how you can do it. Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't do that on YouTube. Trust me, I would have done it on YouTube. It would have made my time a lot more effective, but it's just not possible. There's just only so much we can do here. That's why, like I said, that's why I have my website, Mosaid Fitness Coaching. Literally, you can go there, you can book your consulting call. It's for free, and that's why I have it. I have it to help you to see exactly how I can help you. Also, to see if we're a good match. Yeah, there's no point of us working over the long term if we don't click. So this is also a good way for us to see each other, to speak to each other, and to show you step by step how you can actually get from where you are, point A to point B. And I've helped many people. You can go to my Instagram, Mosaid Fitness Coaching. You can go to my LinkedIn, Mosaid. I'll link it in the description. You can see some of the transformations that I have over there, some of the testimonials. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Hit me up as well if you like on the DMs. I reply to all my messages. And have a great day. I hope this has been helpful. Hope this has been insightful. And yeah, take care. Speak soon. Mosaid. GG.